What's up, guys? Jack and Zack here with Syndicate Sports. We're going to be going over the entire NFL week from a DFS point of view and a sportsbook point of view. Going to be going game by game, breaking down everything you need to know for this week's football slate. With that out of the way, we're going to start with Thursday Night Football, Ravens and Chiefs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Playing in Brazil.
Are they? Oh, they're starting. Are they really starting that off?
No. No, I'm sorry. I believe that's the Eagles, right?
Oh, yes, on Friday night with that.
Yes.
Yep. You're the Peacock game.
I'm going to Google it real fast. Yeah, it's the Eagles.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had my birds mixed up, Eagles and Ravens.
So for Thursday night, they have, let's see if it's still minus 150. Is it really still minus 150?
That's what Bovada has it at right now.
Minus 150 for the Kansas City Chiefs for the money line. I think it's pretty heavily favored. I think Baltimore is for sure the better team, in my opinion. But they are at home. They are in Kansas City.
Here's a fun fact for you. Lamar Jackson is 12-1-1 against the spread in his career.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's -3, which should go. That obviously proves that it's going to be a close game, which is why I don't understand the minus 150.
I think that's a little much.
Yeah, I would take Ravens plus 125 any day.
Yeah, and it's 130 on Bovada, so.
Is it really? Okay, and then the over 46.5. I mean, I only have a system that's for the money line, and they obviously have Kansas City because typically Thursday favorites go toward the winners typically Thursday favorites every Thursday, but I just don't see it. I could totally see it going the other way. I would love. Considering that Vegas is considering them underdogs, but I would love to see the Ravens win. Truthfully.
Do you have any props for this game? TD scores, props, anything?
I wouldn't touch anything on the Chiefs side of the ball, just because I don't know who's getting the ball. Who's he throwing the ball to, right? Because who was it? Hollywood Brown is just marked as out, I think, for Thursday's game.
It's going to be Rashee Rice, a lot of Travis Kelce. I think they sprinkle in Xavier Worthy. I don't think he gets a ton of targets being a rookie in his first NFL game. I think Justin Watson makes for a decent one-off if we're talking DFS wise.
I mean, let me see the rushing with. What do they even have on?
They got Pacheco running the ball.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry though, 64 yards for Henry.
My DFS projections have him at 68.72.
68.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously they're all literally everything's minus 115. Everything, every single one of them on Bravado, probably too, right?
For what? For rushing?
All the rushing yards for even with Pacheco and everything.
Only one is Justice Hill. It's 105.
I mean, the fact that Lamar Jackson is at 49.5 and Derek Carr is going 15 away, it's kind of concerning.
Well, let me see what my DFS projections have for.
Zay Flowers is someone I actually don't mind.
I like Flowers a lot.
Yeah, I actually love him as a player. Love him as a receiver. Rashad Bateman, I can see him too. 30 yards, 30.5 yards, and then 52 for Zay. Mark Andrews, he does have his games from time to time, but first week, and definitely see.
So for Zay, I have him projected for 56.32 yards receiving.
Okay, so that's 4 yards more than what Vegas has him at.
And talking from a DFS standpoint, showdowns are very weird to build for,
Oh yeah, right.
but I am almost without a doubt going to be playing Lamar Jackson at my captain spot and
Yeah, because I mean
stacking.
he could squeeze in there a rushing touchdown. He could squeeze in
Exactly.
there.
And
I mean,
I,
everything rushing is beautiful amount of points.
I'm either going to be stacking him with Zay Flowers or Mark Andrews. Maybe even both. Um, and my cheap
Zay Flowers. Okay.
DFS play, it's only viable on DK. Carson Steele, backup running back for the Chiefs. He should get some carries. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he's $200. It's the
Are
minimum
you
price.
serious?
Yeah, absolute minimum price. He's
And
projected as
that's on DK.
yeah. He's by far projected as my best value over there. I only project him for 4 fantasy points, but at $200, that's enough.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah, because you could have built so much.
yeah, and
So that's who. Okay, so those are the players you would choose for the showdown. You're saying?
yeah, Jackson, Zay for sure. Those are my two locks. After that, build how you please. I will have my full
Kill
write
play.
up in the Discord, but if you need a value guy, I really like Carson Steele. Samaje Perine should probably take over the running back 2 spot eventually, but he was just signed and brought in. He's not going to be ready in time for this game.
Yeah. Um, for a sports book bet point of view, you want to do Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, that's a -150. I would do a half unit. Um, that's the most I would go on it, just because. I mean, as a +125, and I just think the Ravens are a better team. They should be a better team.
Yeah,
I don't even know how. Really, I don't even know how the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year.
I think if
So
this game was at noon on Sunday, the
yeah.
line would be totally different.
Oh, for sure, and the fact that they're at home on prime time. So I would do a half unit on the Chiefs -150, but if you want to go to the Ravens, I would do a quarter unit on the +125.
I like that.
Do something like that, but that's the most I would do on it. I mean, the
All right.
spread's a little too thin for me, and over under it just changed from 46.5 to 47. So I don't. We'd have to wait. If you're gonna do over under, wait till like a couple hours before game time. Then decide over under.
I totally agree. All right.
Um,
Moving on to the Packers and Eagles Friday night.
yeah, which is weird to start off the season with Friday night game.
This is the game in Brazil. Do you think the elevation will play a factor at all?
Oh, where even are they? What city are they
They're in Sao Paulo.
in? And I assume you looked up the elevations 2,500 feet.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not as crazy as I thought it was. I thought it was higher than that, like
I mean,
Mexico City.
no, but think about it. Like, no way.
It's a
It's going to
long
be a different
play.
environment. It's a
Yeah.
huge, right? Like -2.5 for the Eagles. I have nothing here. By the way, I have.
So, I also have nothing here. This is no stats, just a personal opinion, but I feel like the Eagles are way out of the Packers league, and it's blowing my mind that the line's only 2.5. I haven't done any research, but
Over under. I can, I can see I can see it going over, but obviously it's very thin at Packers +110, and Eagles are slightly favored, but it's just again it's weird. We're in Brazil for the first time. Um, we're playing at 8:15 Eastern time. Yeah, because Brazil's in Eastern time, so um, I don't know. I got nothing here. I got nothing.
from a DFS standpoint, I'm going to have to do more research because right now it's really a toss up for me if I'm putting A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, or
So
Jalen Hurts at my captain spot.
are they? Is that strict? They're not part of the Sunday slate at all. right? Like for
Not
DFS.
not that I know of.
So it's just a showdown basically for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
You
Yeah,
want
I
to
can't wait.
just skip over this one and move on to the
Yeah.
Sunday
Yeah.
games?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. The first one I'm showing on Bravada is Cardinals and
Yeah. I got
Bills.
Cardinals. I think my first off, my best friend for some reason loves this game.
Yeah,
I think it thinks it's going to be a great game.
I think
I
it's going to be a
think
blowout.
for which side do you think? Which side do you think?
Buffalo.
You think so? Um,
I know this Bills offense is weaker than it has been before,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Josh
that's fair.
Allen's still Josh Allen, and the
For
Cardinals'
sure.
defense is atrocious.
I am excited to see Keon Coleman.
Same.
If he gets, like he should be getting touches. I mean, who else would he have to throw to? But I'm excited to see him. Arizona will be exciting because we get to see Marvin Harrison Jr. with Kyler. But I don't know about you. I'm not a huge fan of Kyler. Like
I'm
huge,
not.
huge
I
fan.
don't think he's as good as the industry makes him out to be.
I don't. Yeah, I agree. Um, I do have a couple things here for this game. I, I, I wouldn't mind a little quarter unit on Arizona 6.5 plus 6.5. Wouldn't mind that. Um, because I also have the under 48. It
Mm.
seems like there's gonna be a lot of wind. So I have the under 48 in this game, and I also have then Arizona plus 6.5. Those are my two takes on the game. But
Okay,
it is Sunday, 12 o'clock. Anything can happen. Any given Sunday.
that's true.
Any given Sunday. But yeah, I think I like those for. Yeah, I would do a quarter unit on the Cardinals, and then I'll do the half. I would do it additional half unit on the over.
Okay. From a DFS side, I have zero interest in Arizona at all. But the Bills, Josh Allen is grading out to be my highest projected QB on both sites by pure points. Uh,
Really?
yeah, by pure
Okay.
points. His rushing upside is just really unmatched on this slate. I don't see another quarterback other than Anthony Richardson that can run the way he can.
Yeah.
And this Arizona defense is atrocious against the pass and run. And I like pairing him up with Khalil Shakur. I know I butchered his name, but 5,100 on DK, 5,400 on um, FanDuel. And, I mean, he's a cheap stack with an expensive QB.
Yeah.
And I'm also really liking James Cook.
Oh yeah, no, same.
He's a little pricey, but
How much is
this
he on both sides?
6,900 on DK, 7,600 on FanDuel. But I just don't think I can get away from him. Um,
I mean, let me tell you here, Bills are favored minus 325 to win. I don't know what it is
they're
on
gonna have to
books.
run the ball.
So let's take a look at the rushing yards here. James
Uh,
Cook's at 61.5.
and I have him projected for 66.4.
66.
Of course, we're going off last year's statistics, but the Cardinals
Right,
ranked
right.
dead last against the run, allowing an average of 119.24 rushing yards a game and .82 rushing touchdowns a game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if this was college football, I'd be like, but in the NFL, that's just atrocious.
Yeah, no, I do really like James Cook. Not even just this week, overall in general, this whole season.
I do as
I think I
well.
had him in one of my leagues. Fancy.
I think they're going to rely on him more this year with less wide receiver
Oh
depth.
yeah. I mean, Josh Allen's gonna be running the ball with him probably.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, six
but
and a half. I like quarter unit, and then half unit on the
um, and DFS wise, I don't care for either of these defenses. Um, just
Yeah, I
they're
wouldn't.
they're both bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch them. Wouldn't touch them. Panthers Saints. I don't. Do I even have anything? Let's see. Actually, I did. Do you not? What about with you in DFS? Do you like anything on DFS here?
There is one single thing I like in DFS here. It's my
Okay.
favorite running back of the week, Alvin Kamara. I think the
Oh wait,
entire
did I
industry.
skip over?
Huh?
Did I skip over? We were supposed to talk about Jaguars and Dolphins.
Oh, I thought you said Panthers Saints.
Yeah, I must have jumped. The next were Jaguars and Dolphins. That's my fault.
Well, I love that game too. So you want to
Okay,
do
okay.
the Panthers
I have
Saints?
no, I have nothing for the Jaguars Dolphins. So if you love that game, you get into it.
Okay.
Because I got nothing. Yeah.
Well, Jaguars Dolphins. DFS side, I think Tua is going way overlooked. He's pulling almost no ownership. I don't project him to be one of the highest scoring quarterbacks, but I project him to get good value. Right now, I got him at 8.4 DK points, but with a stack with Tyreek Hill, I love it. One of my favorite receivers of the week, Tyreek. I just don't understand why he's getting overlooked. Everything I've read says CD, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Well, CD's playing a tough defense. Jamar Chase, he's playing an okay defense, but that game should be out of hand pretty quickly. And Justin Jefferson's going to have Sam Darnold throwing him the football.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
confident. I'm not.
I mean, Tyreek just stands out to me in that group of guys, and I have him projected for the most receiving yards of any receiver this week. I got him projected for 99.88 receiving yards, and he actually has my highest projection for a receiving touchdown at .76.
You said 99 yards. You have mine.
Yep, almost 100.
He's at 97 on Bucks. I think I just kind of I'm actually very excited for this game in general.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game to watch.
Yeah, I think I definitely want to tune in because this is going to be definitely one of the more interesting ones than. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My screen is glitching, but yeah, continue.
And on the flip side of this, one of my best value receivers for the week is Gabe Davis on DK.
Yes.
He's 4,500. That is entirely too cheap for Gabe. Yeah.
I love Gabe. I loved him on Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was definitely underrated. And then I hope he just got signed to Jacksonville this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to see what he's able to do. Very excited.
Yeah, I think he will be great for him. And I also love Christian Kirk, which the industry is on him as well. They're projecting him as a good value at only 5,500. I don't mind if he falls into my lineups, but at less ownership, I can get Gabe Davis for 1,000 cheaper. I'm on it.
It's crazy. That is crazy that he's got less. But I don't mind him either.
But that's really all I have in this game. I'm not going to be on Trevor Lawrence. I know the industry's kind of touting Travis. I can never say his name. Can you?
Oh, Travis Etienne?
Etienne, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They're kind of touting him. I mean, last year, the Dolphins' defense ranked 7th against the run. I don't think they're going to be near as good this year, but still, not a guy I want to pay up for because he's not cheap.
How much was he?
On DK, 7,200, 75 on FanDuel.
Oh, wow.
More expensive than James Cook, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon. Another guy in this game the industry's on, Devon I cannot say it. Achney, yes.
Yeah.
I know he's great. He has an amazing upside, but I don't like playing any running backs that's in a committee. And he has to share carries with Raheem Mostert. So
yeah, I don't like that either. That's why I didn't pick him up in fantasy either.
Yep. Same.
Okay, yeah. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. I am excited for it though. I'm excited for it. I want to watch.
What do you got on the Panthers Saints? You got anything?
I do. So I actually have a little bit of upset here.
What?
I got Carolina +4 quarter unit. I'll just do quarter unit. This
Mm-hmm.
is early season. This is just early season, right? I would do quarter unit on Carolina Panthers +4, and then an additional quarter unit on Carolina +66, or whatever it's at right now. What's that? 130? Oh no, where is it?
It's
That
plus.
165.
It's 170 on Bovada.
Okay, yeah, I got a 165. So I'll do each a quarter unit on both those.
Okay,
Easily.
okay.
Little
So,
something, little something.
so I always trust your projections.
Mm-hmm.
But
It is early
I
season. It is.
I think it's going to be the opposite. I think this game's going to be a blowout.
Okay.
I think Alvin Kamara gets a lot of run, but even if it's not a blowout and they're playing from behind, I'm still okay with Kamara because, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
No,
he's one
I
of the
agree.
best pass catching backs in the game.
Either way, it could be good for him.
Yeah, uh, I, totally going overlooked. I love him. Probably my favorite running back play of the slate. Last year, this Carolina defense was ranked 27th against the run, and they allowed the most rushing touchdowns at 1.24 per game. So
Oh.
I like targeting that. Uh,
Oh.
really, outside of Kamara, there's nothing I like here.
Mhm.
Might have some Taysom Hill. That's a big might.
Yeah, I don't know how well what he's gonna do this season. Is he gonna? I mean, truly, I don't know what he's gonna do
Well,
because their Carr as their quarterback. Hopefully, they're hoping that he is able to produce, but it's not like he's gonna be coming in for that many plays or.
well, Juwan Johnson,
Yeah.
their true tight end, had
Mhm.
foot surgery in the off season, and
Oh.
he's the last thing I read was he was not returning for the first game.
Oh, so
So
yeah, they could still use him as some sort
yeah,
of.
Taysom will be their true tight end this week, and I hope they just keep him that way, not try nothing crazy with him.
Yeah, like running, throwing, passing,
Yeah,
catching, like everything.
making it a kick pass catch competition out there.
Um, but yeah, I got nothing else.
Yeah,
Just
me
those
either.
quarter. If you want to throw it just want to throw a little quarter unit on each of those.
I like it. What game
Um,
you got next?
I got the Texans and Colts.
Texans Colts. Okay, I
Yep.
see it. Got it.
What do you got? What do you got on it? You like anyone? Well, I assume some Texans players.
Yes. Probably my favorite quarterback of the week for a DFS side of things is going to be Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
I love that Russian upside. I just love it. And I also have his. I know I'm not the betting expert, but I have his over on passing yardage.
What's it at?
Uh,
227. What did you get it at?
I actually got it at 219 earlier this week.
Okay.
Um,
219 is huge.
my projections have him at 224.
Mm-hmm.
So I stole that earlier in the week. The line has obviously moved.
Because it's at almost 228 right now. So
But I have him projected for 9 rush attempts, and he is a very talented athlete, and I think as long as he stays healthy, he will have a great season. But he's just way too cheap on DK today, or this week at 6,300.
yeah, 43 yards rushing is more than I don't
Uh,
know, a little less than what Lamar has, but 43 rushing yards. What do you have him projected at?
let me take a look on his rush numbers. I
Because
have
I will tell
him.
you this.
I have him projected to run on 9 attempts for 41.38 yards.
Okay, so they definitely, I feel like they definitely increase the over under for yardage.
He also
I think
projects as my top value on DK.
for quarterbacks or
Yeah, for quarterbacks, yes.
yeah.
Not on Fendel. That's a player we're going to get to later, but
Okay.
on DK,
Um,
yes.
Okay, that's interesting because I have Indianapolis Colts as another early season upset.
Do you?
Yeah, just a little quarter unit I would throw on the money line. What's it at right now? 135. Yeah, little quarter unit on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, Texans are the better team, of course, but especially with the early season system, kind of is just the first 3 weeks. Like it can only happen the first 3 weeks, just because you don't know what's going to happen with any team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you just kind of there are going to be those upsets where you're like, how the hell did that team even win? How was it even either that close, or why did they win by that much? But so I would just do a little quarter unit on the.
I love C.J. Stroud. I think he's gonna be one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year. But from a DFS perspective, I don't mind playing him. But who do you pair him with is the question. I think they got one of the best wide receiver rooms in the NFL. You got Nico Collins, you got Stephon Diggs, and you got Tank Dell. So, which one of those guys is going to catch the touchdown for you? My projections say it's going to be Nico, but it's kind of a toss-up.
Oh, for sure. Like, it could be any single one of all three of them. It could be all three of them in the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely could.
Right? They could each catch one or two. It's one of those things that I like out of the three. Obviously, Tank Dell got injured last year, but I really like Nico Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Diggs is he's getting up there in age, but he can still produce.
Nico is my highest projected of the three.
Yeah,
so
I would totally agree with that.
I would pair him with Nico, and I think this is going to be a shootout. So neither defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch this at all. Defenses, I would not touch it.
I know that the industry in DFS is also really on Jonathan Taylor.
Really?
Yeah, I think he could be
weird.
one of the most owned. He projects for the second most rushing yards for me, too. But he's just too pricey for me. Running back's not a position I pay up for in DFS normally. Right. And he's projecting well, but he's not showing good value. There's many other running backs ahead of him in the value category. And he's the top priced running back on DK, second highest on FanDuel.
Second highest on FanDuel? Why? Like, I don't understand. I feel like that's definitely gonna go down.
I don't get it as a Titans fan, but
I don't get it either. Like, I get it. He was good. What was that? 21 season or 22 season? Which I don't know which one was it. Where like he popped off every week. And he was great, 100%. But that team is definitely not the same anymore. Like,
no, and totally different. He's also struggled with injury issues.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen him play in 2 years. It feels like
exactly. I got nothing else here.
No, neither do I. Just a quarter unit on the money line.
I like it.
Anyone want to take? I got Patriots and Bengals next.
All right, let's look into it here.
I know there's not going to be much for you on the Patriots side of things.
Well, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at this line for the first time on Bovada, and wow, the spread is 8.
Yeah, the only thing I got here is over 41.
Oh, I like that.
This is going off of last season, obviously, but this is too low. And granted, Bengals did have a off season last year. This is two teams with low winning percentages from last year, going over. But last year's old.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I think the over 41, I would take that for sure as like a half unit. I can do that as a half unit.
I mean, 41 is so low for an NFL game.
I mean, I think now this is if like the Patriots don't score at least a touchdown. Because if they're not scoring at least a touchdown, then I feel like the Bengals can easily put up 3 touchdowns on them at least. So
yeah.
I would hope that I'm thinking this over could for sure hit if the Patriots don't just suck ass that badly.
Mm-hmm.
But can they? Of course they can, but we'll see. We'll see. I think they could put up at least 2 touchdowns.
I think they can as well. Yeah. Easily.
For sure. Yeah.
Not the Patriots easily. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the
Isn't
Bengals offense.
isn't who's yeah Jacoby's playing. Who's he gonna throw it to? Who's he gonna
They don't have receivers.
Yeah, exactly. But that's all I got. That's all I got. For the game.
I say they don't have receivers, but one of my better values for both sites is KJ Osborne.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
It's just because he's cheap. That's the only reason. He's
That's what I'm saying. I think that could be someone that could disrupt this game and make it go. That type of thing. Sure.
he's 3,500 on DK, 4,600 on FanDuel. If you need a last guy in, he's great value. But I wouldn't be betting on him to score a touchdown or get you over 100 yards receiving. I actually project him for, see, what's it say? 36.8 receiving yards. So,
I mean,
from a DFS side, though, I truly have no interest. If you want to play Jamar Chase as a one-off, be my guest. Like I said, KJ Osborne as the last guy in. But that's really it.
yeah, I'm not gonna like the Patriots at all this year for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I got Steelers Falcons next.
This one's interesting. I don't know how to take this game.
Why is that?
From a DFS point of view, because I really like the Falcons' offense, but Steelers' defense is no joke.
Oh, of course. Every year they got strong. They got strong defense. This is so what I got. I got Atlanta -3.5, and I got the over 42.
I like that.
Russell Wilson is playing.
Which Russell Wilson?
What do you mean?
Like Seahawks Russell Wilson or Broncos Russell Wilson?
I don't even know what to call this Russell Wilson. Like truthfully, I can't wait to see this Pittsburgh era.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna last 2 weeks.
Especially with Justin Fields playing so great in the preseason.
I as a Bears fan, I did not keep up with anything to do with him. Like I saw
done
a couple
great.
clips of him. Really?
Yeah, like I've seen on Twitter, people were like, "Does he start over?" Like, yeah.
Well, I guess Mike Tomlin over there does not think so.
Yeah.
I do think that he gets pulled though in a couple weeks.
You think so?
There's just no way unless like he surprises us and like they go win like they can at least compete in the games, right? Like I feel like last year with the Kenny Pickett and I cannot watch Pittsburgh Steelers for the last 2 years. Ever since they lost Ben, I cannot watch them because of their quarterback play.
Yeah.
Like they're so atrocious, it's not even funny, and I don't understand how they were ever like talked about in the last 2 to 3 years. Anywho,
Totally agree.
now am I happy they at least have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields? Yes. Do I think Justin Fields eventually succeeds him? Yes. But for this game, Atlanta Falcons -3.5, over 42, both quarter units.
I like it. From DFS side, I don't have any interest in either quarterback. Kirk Cousins just... I want him to prove himself week one against a tough defense before I start playing him. Running back side of things, it gets tricky. He's very expensive, but Bijan Robinson is projected as my top scoring running back. I personally will not have a lot of him because I don't pay up for running backs very often, but he is projecting well. The industry's on him. He should have good ownership. But like we talked about, this is a good defense. So
you were talking about Bijan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like weren't we talking about this the other day? I don't know if it was with you or was it somebody else. I think it was somebody else where the coach, the offensive coordinator, was replaced after this year, and like he was one supposedly responsible for like Bijan not running the ball.
Yes, that was Arthur Smith, the Titans' previous offensive coordinator, who is awful.
Which I don't know how he keeps getting jobs, but
yeah,
I assume he gets more opportunities this year, and
absolutely
his threshold blows wide open. So
I agree.
Definitely I'll look out for him.
I love this Atlanta offense. Gonna target them a lot throughout the year, but this week, Bijan's the only one I'm really okay with having. On the flip side for the Steelers, I know they have Najee Harris and he's good, but they also got Jalen Warren and he's good. And I don't like playing those split backfields. It's a gamble on which one's going to get the touchdown.
I don't like that.
Easy fade. Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Really like them both. Drake would probably be my pick.
I like Drake a lot too.
Yeah, as the last guy in for me, if I got 6K on DK, it's going to be Drake London. Last guy in. I'm not going out of my way to target him, but if he falls into my lineups, I am a very happy guy.
Yeah, right now. 61 yards receiving for him.
Is that what he's at?
Yeah. I truthfully, I do like this offense a lot too.
I actually have the under there. I got him projected for 58.9.
Really? Unless Vegas has moved, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong person. I got him projected for 73.4.
Really?
Yeah.
It's huge. That's a huge difference. He's at 61.
Yeah, I would.
Now they do have Darnell, but I think this all depends on how Kirko plays. Truthfully.
Yeah.
Like if he could do good under this new offense and he could do what he was doing in Minnesota with Justin Jefferson to an extent. Like, right, I get it, it's Drake London and Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts, but like, he could feed the ball into these people's hands, right? So like, as long as he could do that with these people, they're going to be successful. So I think everything relies up to him, for sure.
I did not realize that Kyle Pitts was so cheap on DraftKings. He's actually grading out as my top tight end value. He's only $4,600. And my projections have him higher than any other tight end for a receiving touchdown. I got him at 0.31 for a receiving touchdown. The next best is 0.30.
If he fell into my lab, I would totally think.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy.
Especially if I didn't have other Atlanta players.
Yeah, it's just a one-off.
Yeah, like totally. If I had, let's say, a couple 4 or 5 contests, and like one of them where like I was switching up the tight ends, for sure, and he landed in my lap, 100%.
So you got the over, and what else?
And Falcons minus 3.5. I still think they're the better team, just because I think I have more trust in Kirko than Russell Wilson.
For sure. And how much would you put on those? A quarter or half?
A quarter on each of those.
Okay.
I think I said, yeah.
What you got next?
I got the Chicago Bears and Tennessee Titans.
Oh boy, here we go. What bets you got?
I got so truthfully, a couple months ago, I had Chicago Bears minus 225 favorites. And I had them winning. The system had them winning.
Mm-hmm.
Now it does not have that. It has Tennessee Titans plus 4.
Wow.
And over 45, which I agree with that totally.
I do.
You can
get the Titans for 3.5 on Bovada. Yeah.
Let's see what they got. Hard Rock still got them at plus 4. But the Titans. I got it 44.5. Yeah, wait, you're talking about you're talking about the spread minus 3.5.
Yeah, the spread.
What about the over under? What is it on Bravada?
It is 44.5.
Okay, 44. I would totally for sure take that over. I would do a half unit on that. And a quarter unit on Tennessee Titans plus 4. For sure.
And as a Bears fan, are you okay?
I'm okay with that. I still think we win, right? As a Bears fan. Because even them being plus 4, the Bears could still win, right?
Right.
I do still think it will be a closer game than people realize. I think, the Bears are favored minus 200. I feel like that's a little generous.
What does
that's a lot of generous. That's a lot.
What does your books have the over under passing yards for Galen Williams?
245, which if he could hit 245 for his first game as a Chicago Bear, I'd be pretty happy about that. As a Bears fan, I'd be pretty fucking happy about that.
My DFS projections, I got him at 238.02. So, just slightly under.
I don't even know. I just don't know how he's gonna play. They have Will Levis at 230.
At 230, I think that's high. Let me see what I got him at. Yeah, I got him at 219.60.
That seems a bit more reasonable.
But
didn't the Titans beef up their defense?
Yeah, our defense is a little better. Our offensive line's ranked as one of the best.
Do you like anyone in DFS at all?
So quarterback, no. Running back,
Fair.
no.
Fair.
Wide receiver though is where it gets tricky for me because on both sides, you gotta pick a guy.
You got low end and you got high end receivers on both sides.
So I'll start with the Titans here. You got three guys who could catch a touchdown: Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Boyd. Out of those three, I would have to go with DeAndre Hopkins, 5,700. He's showing my best value of those three, but he's still just the last guy in type. I'm not trying to target him at all.
I wouldn't target him.
And from the Chicago side, it's the exact same story. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Roma Doozy. I would probably go with Rome.
As a touchdown or for just overall all out of the three of them?
Out of the three of them, DFS-wise.
Okay.
Because Rome is 4,000 on DK, and it's pretty good value for me. At 4,000, I got him projected for 8.65 fantasy points, so it's pretty good.
I think he for sure gets those 2, 3, 4 passes in the game he'll for sure catch. But I do think DJ for sure will still be majority getting targets. Keenan Allen's just kind of there to be the old head vet that's gonna still produce, but kind of teach him and everything like that.
Moving over to tight end, I have no interest in Okongwu or Wiley from the Titans, but Komet is interesting to me from a DFS point of view. I got him projected for 8 fantasy points. It's pretty good value at only 4,100. I think just being a rookie quarterback, your tight end's your safety net. He's going to dump it off to him a couple times, and what he does with the ball afterwards is what could determine your day.
Well, he does that a lot. He does a lot of run after the catch. So he's at 22 yards receiving. I could totally see him getting 30, 40 yards.
You got him at 22 receiving?
Yeah.
Let me see what I got him for. I got to find his name.
I think I could totally see him getting... I could see him hitting that for sure, but... It's just, as a Bears fan, this is unprecedented to see. Okay, this is for me to see and have my receiver core.
I would have to slam that over because I got him at 31.05 receiving yards.
Yeah, that's a good 9.9 yard difference right there.
Yeah. And I will say the first one I'm going to bring up of the day, I like the Titans defense here.
Yeah, I saw you were saying that.
When I look for a defense in DFS, I'm strictly looking for turnovers or sacks. And I like to target rookie quarterbacks, and Caleb Williams is just really the first one we come across.
Yeah, I can see him throwing one.
So I'm okay taking their defense, and they're cheap. So
on both sides.
Let's see here. 2,800 on DK and 3,700 on FanDuel. Your options cheaper than them are the Texans, which we know we don't want. The Jaguars, we know we don't want. Colts, we don't want. Patriots, we don't want. Broncos, definitely don't want them, but you might be able to talk me into it. Commanders, Panthers, and Cardinals, none of them appeal to me at all. and they're just the cheapest defense I'm comfortable taking, really.
Yeah. Yeah, what game do you have next on yours? I think we skipped over Minnesota and the Giants.
Yeah, we did. Let's do that.
Okay. Only have one thing in this game, and that's the over, which is weird.
That over seems low too.
What is it?
On Bovada, it's 41.
The reason why this is another over because of low winning percentage of last year. There's got to be something. There's got to be. I mean, you have Justin Jefferson still on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold, he's proven to throw the ball better than some quarterbacks, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like, look at Zach Wilson. He was better than Doug Wilson, in my opinion.
I think it's low, but I got Sam Darnold at 233.35 passing yards. I think he could easily eclipse that if he just throws the ball up and says, screw it, Jettas is down there somewhere.
Is Hawkinson playing? Because if Hawkinson was playing, I could totally see him hitting that.
You talking about TJ Hawkinson?
Yeah.
I believe he is out.
Because if he is, I could totally see him in that shit.
Yeah, he is out, I believe.
Yeah, I remember he had that surgery. I just didn't know when he was coming back. Jordan Addison is also someone that's interesting. Obviously, okay, they got Aaron Jones, but
talking about running backs, I love Aaron Jones this week. I think
how's the Giants' run D?
The Giants' run D is last year was ranked 22nd in the league. Allowed 110.53 rushing yards a game. So I don't mind Aaron Jones. I think he's my low-owned play of the week. I don't think he pulls very much ownership. The Vikings only have an implied total of 21, which is surprising to me. I think that should be higher.
I actually do. Okay, yeah, now talking about it a little bit, I do like that over. So I would throw a quarter, on the over. But then to have an implied 21, you said the Giants?
No, the Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings. I could totally see this like a 24-21 type of game.
Yeah, and that's the over, right? So
yeah, no, it is, but like I think it totally can. But look at that spread, -1.5. They have no faith in either one of them. I swear.
No, they don't.
They have no faith in that.
From a receiver standpoint, if you want to play Justin Jefferson, be my guest. I'm never going to tell anyone not to play him. He is amazing. But there's just others in his price point that I would rather get to. I got him projected for 92.8 receiving yards.
98.0. I don't know. Oof. Yeah. I'm not liking that game, though. I'm not liking that game in general.
No.
I'm not too mean.
I know the DFS industry is really on Malik Neighbors, but I have him projected for 53.35 receiving yards.
What's his price?
On DK's 5,900, 6,300 on FanDuel. Mm-hmm. Like, you still got Daniel Jones throwing you the ball. You still got a bad offensive line protecting Jones. He didn't
throw one touchdown in the preseason.
Really?
Yeah, that one. That is concerning. That is concerning.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he started all the games. I think he. This is personal, but still.
This is a receiver room that's also crowded. You still got Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson. He done great last year, so he's going to get some looks this year. And Jalen Hyatt, who was a top pick for him last year, they're going to want to get him involved too.
Yeah, no, I agree. But that's all I got for this game. Just the over. Not tuning in, not excited about it.
Yeah, The only thing I will see from this game is whatever Chris Hansen shows me. Let's see.
We
Yep.
got Broncos Seahawks. You see that?
Broncos Seahawks.
Yeah.
A game I like.
Do I have it? Oh yeah, I got the over here.
Yeah, I think 42 is a bit low.
Um,
What do you think about that spread, though?
-6 is very interesting.
I thought so, too.
Seahawks to win by a touchdown. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Um, just because I have more faith in Gino. But like, who the hell is Seahawks' head coach? Like, who's there now?
Mike McDonald.
And are we expecting the Seahawks to be doing anything this year? Or
I see him as kind of middle of the road.
no? Yeah, that's what I think. And
I think he'll bolster their defense, though. He was the Ravens' defensive coordinator.
-275 though. They're very heavily favored. I do think they're gonna win. I do think they're gonna win more by a touchdown. The over is for sure. I'm thinking like a 27-14 type of game. They don't blow them out, but they win by at least 10 points, I think.
Yeah, how many units are you going to throw on that?
On the over?
Both of them.
Let's do a half unit on the over. No. I don't know if I don't know if I just kind of want to fade this.
You think it might be a trap game?
Yeah, because it's a 4 o'clock game. You don't know, like, I don't know about you, but I feel like each slate has their own feeling to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know about you. I never liked the 4 o'clock game.
Yeah, me either.
I hated when the Bears played on the 4 o'clock games. Something about the 4 o'clock games I just never liked.
Right.
So I'm gonna steer away with that. But I have another 4 o'clock game, 2 4 o'clock games that I like actually. So, but I'm gonna steer away from the Denver Broncos Seattle.
From the DFS side, if you want to plug Geno Smith in with DK Metcalf, I will not tell you no. Don't mind that play at all. I'm not going to be trying to lock them into my lineups, but I could have some shares. Have zero interest in Bo Nix.
Agreed.
But I do like Kenneth Walker quite a bit. I mean, just look at the spread. He's going to be running the ball. And last year, the Broncos defense ranked 31st, only behind Arizona. So I'm going to have a lot of Kenneth Walker. I'm not going to lock him, but he is going to be... Walker, Kamara, and Jones are going to make up most of my running backs. I really like Walker a lot. I think
he was producing last year pretty well.
Yeah. I think the game's going to be a blowout, and they're just going to keep feeding him.
And then he also got injured last year, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so he's come off an injury, but I think he's for sure going to be their running back. That they hold on to for a while.
Receiver, like I said, you want to throw Metcalf in there. I'm never going to say no to him. He's a beast. Tyler Lockett's interesting. Very cheap at $5,400 on DK.
I think it's because his age.
Yeah, I mean, he is getting older, and I understand that.
He's been in the league for a fat minute.
Yeah. On the Denver side, I actually have one guy that I think could be all right as a value at $3,500. You can't go wrong at $3,500. Marvin Mims Jr. He's just a cheap last guy in piece for me. Not trying to jam him in. Yeah, but for $3,500 you can't beat it. And at tight end, if you want to throw Noah Fan in there, I think he's fine. He not projecting. Yeah, he's not
playing his old team.
Yeah, he is.
since the trade.
He's not projecting good, not projecting bad, but Not a guy I want to get, but if he winds up in your lineup, I wouldn't panic.
Yeah, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the game.
No,
Not liking it.
I love Kenneth Walker here.
Yeah, I don't mind that pick at all.
What you got next?
Let's see here. We have Raiders Chargers, and with this I have surprised. I'm not surprised. I understand why Vegas is doing this. So we have I'm looking at the Raiders and Chargers. I should preface that.
Mm-hmm.
The over under is at 40. Okay. That's kind of crazy, but
39.5 on Bovada.
but I do like the Raiders plus 140 as a quarter unit. I don't like the Chargers this year at all.
Neither do I.
I don't like anything about their offense, about their defense, about anything. I don't care who's on it. I don't care about Bosa. I don't care about Khalil Mack. That team is not going to do anything. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like Harbaugh, but
It's year one.
it's year one. Exactly.
Game one.
Game one. Game one for one instance. I like Herbert though. I do. It's just they have no receivers. They got nothing. They have no offense. They have no running back. It's year one, like you said, and call me back in year 2 and year 3, and we could discuss them at that point. But I have a quarter unit just on Las Vegas' money line.
Okay. From a DFS side, I have no interest in Herbert at all. There's a quarterback $100 cheaper on DK. We're going to talk about soon that I prefer 10 times over. And Las Vegas and Gardner Minshew, no thank you.
Yeah, Gardner. Yeah, I don't know how he's. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to do either.
I have no interest in any running backs from this game. Receiver, if you want to throw Ladd Conklin into a lineup, be my guest. I know the industry's high on Joshua Palmer, but I'm just not here for it. The Raiders had a good pass defense last year. They ranked 7th against the pass. I just think there's other ways you can get unique. Tight end, I know Brock Bowers is supposed to be the next big tight end, but he's just not grading out well for me in this game. And
it's just an ugly game.
It really is.
I'm not excited about it. I don't care for it.
And I think it's going to be
franchises.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a split tight end system with Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst, so I don't have interest in either of those. No interest in the defenses here either. So, moving on.
Yeah, on to the next here. So this is interesting. So I got Dallas and Cleveland.
Yep.
Next. The over-under is 40.5, and you may be asking yourself, why is that?
Both teams have elite defenses.
That and it's the wind.
Is there supposed to be a lot of wind?
Yeah, I don't know what the exact number is, but it's going to be between 10 and 38 miles per hour. So
what?
Something or other. I don't know. We could look it up. We could. Where are they playing?
It's in Cleveland.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Weather. Let's see here. Yeah. No, not today. I need Sunday. Yeah, so it's supposed to be at 16. They have it, and it could change. So it's pretty high. Plus, like you said, high, strong defenses.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the under 41. I would probably easily do a half unit on that for sure. For sure, half unit.
I like it. From the DFS side, I have no interest in either quarterback. Running back, if you want to have sprinkles of Jerome Ford, he's grading out fine for me. I don't want Zeke Elliott. He's washed. Look at the D-line he's playing. I think Amari Cooper is interesting, before you told me about the wind.
Yeah, 16 miles. I mean, it could change. Obviously, I would wait
Right.
until Saturday to make that type of decision.
In Dallas, I mean, it's CD. I'm never gonna tell you not to play him.
Mm-hmm.
With the wind kicking up, I'll have to look deeper into it. But Brandon Cooks out of the slot running a quick slant every single play could be a good pick for you. But outside of that, I have really no interest. If you want to play either defense, I'm not going to tell you no. They're both elite defenses.
Yeah, it's gonna be a brawly type of match. I feel like.
Yeah, like a old-fashioned brawl. I like that.
No, I mean, I'm hoping at least one. Listen, 4 o'clock games. I'm telling you. Like, explain to me why the Broncos and Seahawks, Raiders and Chargers, ugly ass games are at 4 o'clock.
Right.
Commanders and Bucks are low key ugly games too. But I actually respect that because I like, whatchamacallit, why can I not think of his name?
Jaden Daniels. Oh, Baker Mayfield.
Baker. I'm a Baker fan, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him seeing. And just like you said with Jaden Daniels, I want to see him too. I want to see. It's like not all that ugly of a game, but like.
Speaking of that game, let's go to it.
Yeah, this is actually the only. This is the last game I had picks for. The
Okay.
other two I did not. So I have the over.
Yeah.
43.5. And
It's
I wouldn't mind a half unit on that.
it's 44 on Bovado, but
That's interesting. 43 I have on Hard Rock. I also have the spread for Washington though, plus 3.5. I'll do a quarter unit on that. So together, 0.75 units, but half unit on the over.
I like
Quarter
it.
unit on the plus 3.5 for Washington.
So from a DFS point of view,
Mm-hmm.
my second highest ranked quarterback of the slate is Jaden Daniels.
Right.
Rookie quarterback, I normally don't like playing him, but this Bucks defense is not the one you remember when they had Tom Brady at quarterback.
Yeah, they definitely have
And he
regressed.
Daniels has the rushing upside. Last year, the Bucks defense ranked 27th against quarterbacks, allowing 268 yards a game. I do not think Jaden Daniels gets 268 yards through the air, but at only 5,700 on DraftKings, I cannot ignore him.
He's at 217. What do you have him projected?
Let me see what I got him projected for.
I feel like 217.
I got him projected for 215.02.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
So
have him projected low.
I got him projected lower, but I got him as my second highest rushing quarterback on the day. So I got him projected for 36.28 rushing yards.
Yeah, he's Vegas has him at 38.5.
Okay, so that's pretty close.
Yeah.
And on the flip side is another quarterback I love. I'm going to be honest. This week, my quarterback pool, I'm going to dwindle it down to Josh Allen, Tua, but I'm going to put an exposure cap on him, Anthony Richardson, Jaden Daniels, and this guy, Baker Mayfield. He's just too cheap. 5,600. Give me a gunslinger. With two of the top wide receivers in the league, I mean, this guy can just throw it up there, and he knows Mike Evans or Chris Godwin's going to reel it in. And I know I said that the worst overall defense last year was the Cardinals, but the worst pass defense in the league was the Commanders, allowing 272 yards a game and 2.29 touchdowns per game. There wasn't another defense in the league that allowed over 2 a game.
They didn't do much. Did they do much to add to their defense? I feel like they added to their offense way more.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like there's not that many new pieces on the board there for their defense.
I'm gonna have a piece of this game in almost every lineup. Then moving to running back, My sheet's all messed up here. I like Rashad White a lot. This run defense is also horrible, ranking 28th against the run. So I'll take all the Rashad White I can get at 6,300. And on the flip side, with Washington, Brian Robinson Jr., he's cheap, but that's the one thing this defense does well.
How do you feel about that?
What'd you say?
He's with Austin Eckler, with Sharon backfield.
I truly feel like Eckler is going to be more of a third down guy.
I agree.
I think Brian Robinson will be 1 and 2. Their fantasy points are almost identical in my projections. I got 12.05 for Eckler and 12.33 for Brian Robinson Jr. But Robinson's cheaper. But honestly, I'm probably not playing either one of these guys. The run defense is just too good.
Yeah.
At receiver, though, I love this game for receiver.
You can go any which way, I feel like.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin at 5,600. Even if I don't have Jaden Daniels, give me Scary Terry at $5,600. And when I have him projected for 14.07 DK fantasy points.
They also picked up Zach Ertz, which I forgot. Now, granted, he is, I think, up there in age. But
yeah.
I feel like he can still provide some solid blocking.
Yeah, and
get those third down catches.
Like we talked about with Caleb Williams, too. He can be a nice, safe check down for a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm. For sure, I agree.
And on the Buck side, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they're both elite. I like them both. I'm going to have a lot of both of them. But I think Chris Godwin is criminally underpriced on both sites at $5,800 on DK. But on FanDuel, he's $5,600.
I wouldn't mind either. It's just in my history of Tampa Bay wide receivers with the two of them, it could go whichever way.
It truly can.
I do like Mike Evans though consistently, but with Chris Godwin, I feel like he could be spotty sometimes. He could feel I feel like I've had games where he's had 1.6 points, and then next thing you know, he has 24 points with 2 touchdowns.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
So I feel like for him he's spotty, but I do like.
If you want to rock some Baker and you don't want to rock both the main wide receivers, I think Cade Otton's a good look at 3,800 on DK. He's one of my better projected values at tight end. Not the best, but he is top 5. I love this game. I truly do.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably going to be the best 4 o'clock game because Cowboys and Browns will be a good game. It'll just be slow. It'll be, grinding out.
Right. If you want to play the Bucs defense, I have no qualms about it. I think this is going to be a shootout, but they will get those turnovers on a rookie quarterback, I believe.
Do you have anything for the Rams, Lions, Jets, 49ers? Because I have nothing. I can take a look.
Let me see
real quick. Lions are favored -200. The over is the largest over of the slate, and I realized that last week. 50.5. Which I could totally see them doing a shootout.
Yeah, for the Rams, give me Puka, give me Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lions, give me Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that's really it for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch David Montgomery.
No.
I wouldn't touch Matthew Stafford. You can maybe do Jared Goff. I still wouldn't do Jared Goff.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do Jared Goff either.
But
the game's really a total fade for me.
Yeah, because this is gonna I don't like how they're doing the whole Matthew Stafford and Lions.
Now, I do think the game will be a shootout.
Yeah.
Some of the top receivers in the game, but It's kind of a roll of the dice which one's getting the end
Oh,
zone.
for sure. Yeah, whoever's getting the touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
If it does end up being the Lions are just killing them, then I could just totally see the Rams just deflating for the rest of the game and not doing anything at all. I hope not.
What do
But
you
I could. What's up?
What do you think of the over under for the Jets and Jets and 49ers?
First off, I don't even know what the.
Bovada's got
I
it
don't
at
know.
43 and a half.
I'm at 43.5 too. It's just I feel like it's gonna be a defensive brawl. I mean, the
Yeah,
Jets defense is gonna be
well,
beautiful.
it's so weird because you got the two of the top defenses, but you also got the best player in the NFL, in my opinion, in CMC.
Yep, and then you have Grandpa at quarterback.
Fletcher's gonna hear
So
that.
yeah, he is gonna hear that. But like, I mean, think about it. Like that's why I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this game. Yeah,
So
49ers are favored minus 225, minus four. Minus four is kind of crazy.
4.5 on Bovada.
I
So
I think the 49ers win. It's just
my
I think
thought
the Jets like.
is play CMC and DFS. Play
Mhm.
Garrett Wilson. I don't think Brees Hall is going to have room to breathe against this Niners front seven. Um,
Well,
but
what about for showdown?
for showdown, CMC's my captain. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And something I don't normally do, but I'm pretty positive I'm going to do it for this game and showdown is play the Niners defense. Um,
Really?
I think I am against. I mean, Aaron Rodgers missed part of training camp and paid the fine because he was on a trip to Egypt. I know
Are
he
you
used to
serious?
be good. Yeah. Um,
I think he.
I just don't think he takes football that seriously anymore.
I I agree with that. It's just I just don't see him rallying a team to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that takes a lot of fucking energy. And
Yeah.
does he have it? I don't know. Like he can win games, but not to go up against a team like the 49ers. No shot.
I don't think so either. And, I mean, he has Garrett Wilson, who is elite, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who does he have other than Garrett Wilson? Mike Williams, who is constantly banged up.
He is. He
Um,
is. On a season long, I would. It's kind of scary to have Mike Williams. Tyler Conklin. I mean, that's all you got. The
You
most
got
of the workload would be on Brees Hall,
yeah.
and I feel like that would not do good against the 49ers
And
defense.
their depth chart has Xavier Gibson listed as their wide receiver 3. He's 5'9", 189 pounds.
Oh, brother.
Then you got Alan Lazard, who
Oh, my, don't stop.
he's a
He didn't
big
do shit
guy,
on
but
Packers.
yeah, like he's 6'5", 227, but is he a good receiver?
He's-
I don't think this offense is what the industry's making it out to be. The defense is serious, but
yeah,
the
it's their
offense,
defense. They built their defense beautifully. It's just, I think Aaron Rodgers. The thing about Aaron Rodgers is he can make things work, right? He can make Garrett Wilson work, Godwin work, Brees Hall work. Like, he can make all that work. So I'm excited to see what he can do, and with his experience and him being the grandpa. I just I mean the 49ers are gonna for sure take it. Do I see them -4? No, I think it'll be a little bigger than that. I think it'll be at least by a touchdown. They win. They win by. But I got nothing. I got nothing though for the game officially. I'm staying away from that.
So, in the middle of our analysis here, my wife, who is a big Swiftie, has texted me and said, "I'm sure you've already talked about Kelsey, but a lot more women are doing fantasy now because of Taylor Swift, and they're picking him a lot."
Yeah, no, it's true. True. I saw a couple TikToks of like groups of girls, obviously whatever, 10, 12 of them that are literally doing fantasy leagues. And and they're posting TikToks like just like how guys would, right? Of like us getting together and whose house, what food, this, that, and
Well,
team names and all that shit.
If you ladies or gentlemen want to win, join the Discord.
Yeah.
It'll be linked
Yes,
below.
sir.
Syndicate
Yes, sir.
Sports. It's
Syndicate
free.
Sports, my friend.
We offered a paid version, but we also have free picks almost every day.
And we're welcoming everybody. It's a community.
It
We win
is.
here. We support one another. We have fun here. That's what's important.
But I think that about wraps it up. If you guys have any
Yeah.
questions at all, drop them in the comments. We'll be sure to get
Yeah,
back
let us
with you.
know.
Or join the Discord where we're available pretty
Yeah.
much all the time.
24/7, we're able to
Yep.
respond. So, anyone has questions, please ask us.
Thank you guys.